collection of short EP stories v2. L. Yeah, I'm back. And I got more stories. No time to think, but here's part 1. Crying kid does not mean free service. 2 years ago, I was in line at a concession stand outside of a high school football game. The line itself wasn't long, but the lady in front of me was taking forever. Let me get a, no. How about a, maybe not, is there any, forget it? At this point, the little boy next to her started crying and we had just gotten a touchdown. Kid, mommy. The game. I want to see it. This boy starts crying because he's missing the game, and I guess because of that then EP logic kicks in. Look what you did. I want all your candy for free for making him miss the game. Cashier, lady, you've been here for 5 minutes and haven't even told us what you wanted. Why should we be giving in to you? The security officer who was standing near the concession stand finally walked over and asked the to come with him for some better service. I didn't see where they went, but my guess is that he kicked them out for disturbing the peace or some stuff. Lady and the Trap. 4 years ago. I'm getting ready to leave for Florida for a camping trip, and before I go, I needed to get some supplies. So I walk into my local academy to pick up what I need, and up at the customer service is this older woman with a cage. She's complaining that the trap is catching her cat instead of the animal she thinks is in her roof, and demands a refund for selling her a cat trap. I kinda remember the two going at each other about how she's using the trap wrong or you're using the wrong bait while the entitled mother is being entitled, as always. I didn't see the rest of what happened, but while I was on the other side of the store, I heard her scream manager, like a fucking banshee. When I got back to the front, she wasn't there, so I assume she was kicked out or something else. Man of the rush hour. 2 months ago. Leaving the city for a weekend trip, it's me, friend, F, his girlfriend, NBF, and F's dad. Getting out of Houston is already painful during rush hour, but when traffic is at a standstill, things are horrible. There were 2 trucks in front of us on the right with their doors wide open, one of them is a work truck with the big toolbox on it. As traffic is slowly moving, I can see these 2 men arguing while a little boy is in the work truck. I roll down my window and I can hear a conversation go like this. Truck driver, this is against our work regulations, for the last time. And you still haven't explained why you thought it was a good idea to let your kid wander around in the middle of the freeway. I'm sorry, but nobody asked you. My son is bored, so I told him to find something to do. So what if he climbs in the back of your truck? You should let him. But if I drive off and he gets stuck, I bet your wife wouldn't be happy if you lost your kid. Then don't drive off, you idiot. What logic does that make? Get your kid out of my truck. At this point, the driver was opening his toolbox and digging around while the ED was still arguing with him. We pulled ahead more so I couldn't see how it ended, but I'm sure it was a saw or hammer that could have ended that conversation real quick. Final exam cheaters. 6 months ago. December 2018. In college is always stressful because it's the final exam and you're ready to leave. I'm taking an algebra course, and before the exam, this guy in his late 20s, let's call him an EK for good use, did not study at all. He would hang out at the cafeteria, play football in the courtyard, or do literally anything else. As I'm walking into the exam, I'm not too confident. EK sits right next to me, and I had a guess what his plan was. Sure enough, as soon as the exam starts, he looks at the answer I put down, goes to the question on a different part of the exam, and writes the same answer. I asked him to stop and he deflected it, saying he needs this grade more than me. I decided to handle the situation by continuously writing all the answers, but I had my laptop next to me. Somehow EK didn't notice me opening OBS and hit record to show him blatantly cheating off my exam. At this point I immediately whisper to the EK. Me, please stop copying off my answers. EK, shut up before you get us caught. I need this more than you, so just let me have it. I don't fight him, and continue to write my answers as he copies, and we finish at around the same time. I go back to look over my answers, while EK goes and turns his test in. I decide to wait until class is over, then I turn in my exam last. That's when I pull up the video and show what EK did, and the professor watched and listened. He thanked me for providing evidence, went ahead and gave the EK a 0 on the exam, forcing him to fail. I still got like a 78, so I don't think him copying me was a good idea. Hope y'all enjoyed. I look forward to proving more of my life to y'all whenever I can. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Once I reach 1000 subscribers I will get a mic and you will hear my voice when I'm not traveling. Give me your DS right now. I'm posting on phone and English is first language, so yell at me about the good grammars all you want. EP, entitled Parent, Elephant Penis, EK, entitled Kid Meme. Alright, let's get this started. I was at Walmart with my mom, I was playing on my DS and phone, don't ask me why I was, or how I was. Anyway, so I go into the store on my DS and me and my mom walk around with her buying Twinkies and a kid walks up and says, "Hi, what game are you playing?" So naturally I say to the kid who I didn't know was EK, "I'm playing Pokemon White Cool." So the kid walks away and comes back minutes later and asks if he can play, so of course I say yes, and by yes, I mean no. Needless to say, the kid said okay and walked away. I thought he was respecting my answer. A wild Karen has appeared. I saw this lady with EK and thought a wild Karen has appeared, no joke, that is what went through my mind when I saw this. EK come up with EP and EP says, "Why won't you let my son play Pokemans on your dis?" She said dis instead of DS, it was weird when she said that, I didn't like that. I said to her I don't even know his name, alright Karen. EP used EK name. I said to the lady after she told me his name, first of all, I don't give a shit who this kid is, or his name, I'm not letting him so much as touch my DS, that's how you pronounce that. Okay Karen. EP looked so mad at that moment. What did you just say to me? You better respect your elders, Beck. Yeah, you do seem like an elder, you're really old. The EP had a face that said excuse me, what the fuck. EP used double slap. The mom fucking slapped me. I cannot describe what I was feeling at the moment she slapped me, but to make things worse, I dropped the DS and she picked it up and walked away. Me used tackle. I tackled this woman like I have never tackled anyone in my life. She went down like a fucking domino, it was more satisfying than anything, and then I yelled rape. EP just looked scared as F and ran as fast as possible out of the store, all while leaving my DS, and a couple dollar bills that fell out of her purse. Of course a manager came by with a couple security guards real quick. They saw me on the floor and asked me where the rapist was, and I said they ran. Also they touched my face inappropriately, so I tackled them. Okay. I put okay because F writing what they said. The lady got caught because at some point she must have dropped her keys while running out and she said I attacked her. I did, but that's beside the point. She actually got arrested for assaulting a minor, also shoplifting, which was nice. I got in trouble for screaming rape, which sucked. Alright, that's all the story for now. I hope you enjoyed reading this. I'm a sarcastic B. Also I think the EP name was literally Karen, because she told police that I knew her name and was stalking her. To that I said I called her Karen. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Once I reach 1000 subscribers I will get a mic and you will hear my voice when I'm not traveling. EM takes up 2 handicap spots because she has a nice car. Try not to get really mad because this may trigger some of you. A little backstory, so this happened when I first started driving on my own, so I didn't have the nicest car like most 16-year-olds. I drove a '05 Subaru Outback, then fixed it up about a year later. This all happened in a shopping mall parking lot. Now for the story. Like I said, I was in a shopping mall parking lot and I was just going to get my glasses back from being fixed because there was an eyeglass repair place there. I had just gotten them back and headed back to my car. That's when the M and her, not just one EK but 3 EK, 2 boys and 1 girl, pull into a handicap parking space. They didn't have the handicap thing that hangs on the rear view mirror, and they took not just the singular space but they also took up almost the entire space that is reserved for wheelchair ramps. So I confront her about it, and this is how it turned out. Me, excuse me. EM, in a very sassy tone while chewing on some gum, or that's what I assumed, what do you want? Me, you can't park there because those spots are reserved for people that are handicapped and clearly you don't have one on. EM, even more in a more bratty tone, I don't care, they can walk. Me, even if you were legally able to park there, you would still be neglecting the person that is in more need of that space. EM, I don't care about the other person. I have the nicer car. It was only a Jeep Wrangler, so, not that nice. I get mad but not furious. The EM kid starts pulling on the EM's dress and all about 2-8-ish. The EM turns to them. EM, I'll be back to get you. Okay. EK1, I want you to be with us and not this F***er. This kid was about 6 or so, take that into consideration. EK2, yeah, this D doesn't deserve to talk to you, she was about 8, so, yeah. EM, don't worry, I'll show this head that he doesn't deserve to talk to me. She turns to me. This got me furious. EM, go away, we don't deserve your company and we need this parking space because we have a nicer car. She then spits whatever she was chewing at me. Me, you don't even have a nice car. First let me talk about the color of the car. It looks like someone decided that vomit was a good color because of all the bullshit you are spewing out of your mouth would be represented by that. Next let's talk about the, she cuts me off. EM, you have no right to judge my car. Me, I'm sorry but I can because you said that your car is nicer than every other car here in the lot, but I'm just smart enough to say it directly to your face. Now I will continue what I was saying earlier. A brief moment of silence to look at her again to remember what her shitty car looks like. Me again, now let's talk about those mismatched wheels. I can see you have 2 spares, one on either side, and the other 2 look like they have no air in them. I could see several nails punctured in the good tires. Then the best of them all, your busted bum. She cuts me off again. EM, that wasn't my fault, like that's going to help in this situation. Me, I'm not an officer and you should be lucky I'm not, because your ass would have gotten a ticket on the spot if you didn't move after I told you. Now can I go back to making fun of your car? EM, no, but I won't stop you anymore, that won't happen. I was surprised she didn't walk away at this point. Me, back to your front bumper. I looks like you rear-ended someone while you were texting and driving. I bet you were texting your friend Cheryl, that was the first name that came to mind, asking on how her day was and blah blah blah. Your car isn't nice, it looks like. She cut me off again. Just imagine a little kid saying I know you are but what am I? That's exactly what she sounded like. I bet your car is worse than mine. We walk over to my car and it's all nice and clean to where you can see your reflection off the body of the car with no imperfections. Me, I told you, you had a shitty car and you couldn't face reality, so I showed you. Without saying a word, she walks back to her nice car with her head down and looks defeated. I just say one last thing to her. Me, have a wonderful day. She gives me the finger so everyone can see. I got in my car and left, never to see her and her children again. I guess something to take away from this is that don't park in handicap areas because those are there for a reason, and also don't swear in front your kids, especially at a young age, otherwise they will think it's okay to swear anytime and anywhere. Thanks for reading and have a wonderful day.